Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the live this morning. We will be going over some tips and tricks over here on Canva today. Canva has a lot of different elements that can be used in a design. So today we'll be going over that. So we're going to go out. I'm going to go out because I know a lot of you haven't used Canva before. So I'm going to go to my Canva home first so that I can take you back in. When I do my designs, I usually do them on a flyer poster, which is 8.5 by 11, as you can see here. So we're clicking on that and going into an individual Canva screen. Over here, when you get to the individual Canva screen, you are able to go to your elements. Your elements, which I think I have discussed with some people before. Your elements allows you to look for different things that you could possibly put behind your images to make your images more um more vibrant. You also have the text, so you can add text to your designs. It has hundreds of different texts, especially if you have the Canva Pro version. I also use the uploads, which you're able to upload. Excuse me, you're able to upload your images, which you see from the group Canva crafting and conversation. I have already uploaded my 5 images that I'll be using today in the design that we'll be doing. Um, Projects is also another one that I use. You can go in and you're able to see each project that you have worked on. And then there is apps. You can go in and you can type which app you want to use. If you're wanting to change your face, if you're wanting to use different type of letters and everything, it's different ones you can use in order to make your design better. So what we're doing today, as I discussed in the Crafting and Conversations group, we will be doing a couples design. Those designs are the ones that have like the girlfriend's name and all her pictures, and then maybe my baby at the bottom or something like that, which the boyfriend will wear, and then the girlfriend will wear a picture, shirt with all of his pictures, that type of thing. So that's what we'll be working on today in class. So if we go back to the uploads, these are five main pictures that I have that I'm going to use today. These are just photos that I created using AI. These are not anyone's true photos, and they are not even the same girl. Some of them kind of look similar and some of them really don't. So if you're like that's not the same person, it's because it's not. I just picked picked 5 images that look good that I could use in this design. So the first thing I want to do is how I do my designs is I build the background. So in order for me to build a background, I go to elements. When I go to elements, I go to the search bar. I know that this young lady has on pink. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to say maybe pink and gold. And I'm going to see what pops up. Automatically, you see that in the graphics, a pink and gold background pops up. So boom, I'm going to put that into my background for my image. You have a plus sign here where you can double that image. If you think it's not enough, you can double that image. So I doubled it. It's also a thing here where you can flip the image if you feel like it's going the wrong direction, flip the image so it can go in the direction that looks best. What I usually do is I usually double my image for, well, I double it 3 times, but it actually makes it be on the image 4 times. I'm going to flip this one so that it can be going horizontal. Okay. So that means I have created my background, my my foundation for my design. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to my uploads and I'm going to put in my initial image. Let's try this one. So that makes the image drop into the design. What we'll do next is we will remove the background from the image. And if you go right here, you see that it has a BG remover. So if you click on this, it automatically removes the background from your image. And if the background is removed, you will notice here on the BG thing that it actually shows that it has like a bluish grayish background if the image was actually able to be removed. Okay, so we have her here. I'm going to make her a little bit smaller and then I'm going to move on to another image of what could be in the design. Okay, we have this image. I'm going to go in. I'm going to do the same thing again by removing the background. And I want you to see how when the background is removed, you see how the background remover does not have a background around it right now. When I remove that background from that image and it is asked to remove, see how it changes to blue. Okay, so we have another beautiful picture of this young lady here for this design. Okay, because she has that hip poked out here in the image, what I would like to do is go on these 3 dots and that will take you to positions. And you are able, excuse me, you're able to position your image and move that top image backward because I want that kind of behind that initial image. Okay, now I'm going to go back to uploads and I'm going to upload, I think, this image of the young lady, which is facing the opposite direction. And I'm going to remove the background on that image as well. I'm going to go in and I'm going to make it smaller by dragging the image in as such. And I'm going to drop that image on this side for right now, which I will probably adjust more and more as I'm building the image that I want to create. Okay, now I'm going to put this image in. We're going to remove this background from this image as well, and I'm going to drop her down. She's going to be that middle image right there in the center. And you know what, you guys, I think I have actually built my design, the basics of my design. I don't think I'm going to add that other image in right now. I'm going to show you later on in the design what you could possibly do to even make it an even better design, like some of the designs you might see over on Etsy or something like that. Okay, so we are going to go to text now. We're putting the text in the design, and you see the main text goes in. I'm going to put in a fake name. Her name will be Kayla for the design. Okay, I'm gonna drag that to the top of the design and make it bigger. I'm gonna drop that down, drop her down some, and drop this other image down as well, like so, to make this image bigger. Okay, then we can go over to where the different fonts are. This is where you can click on and show all your different fonts. And you can play around with them till you find the design, the font that you want to use in your design. I'm gonna try a few just to see how it looks. I do not like that one. So I'm gonna continue until I find one that I actually like. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, we're going with this font. I'm gonna stretch it and make it as big as I want it to be on the design. And here is where the colors come in. You can go in and you can change the color. You can make it matchy matchy. And as you see, all the colors that are in the design are right here in this space. So I'm gonna go and pick this pink to go with it. I think that is cute. Hmm, let's see. I might want to switch it up a little bit. Let me switch it to, I think I like that one better. Okay, so with that, you can go to effects. Effects allows you to put a border around your image, outline it as such, um, possibly make the color darker or lighter. Let's see. Make the outside color darker or lighter. I'm just showing you all now. This is not the color I'm going to use. I just want to show you how it can be changed so that you can get the exact color you want. Okay, I'm gonna go back to effects one more time. What I want to do, first of all, is change that burgundy color. I don't like that color. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna change that burgundy to a pink color. Then I will go back in. First of all, I don't like that pink color. Let me find a pink I like. Eh, let's see. Keep playing around with it till I find the actual one I really, really like. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so then you go back into effects. When you get into effects, I want to outline my image and see how it was able to. It's gonna give you a central color outline, and you can go in and you can change it to gray or whatever color you want your outline to be. And you have a button up here in the corner where you can undo when it's something you don't like. Okay, this is the color that I particularly like for this design. Okay, so with that being said, I like that for my image. So let me see what I want to do next. What can I show you all next? I'm gonna go back to that by undoing, but you can lift your image, like make it stick out more. You can put a shadow behind your image. It's so many different things that you can do with these tools within Canva. Okay, you could also make it thicker or you can make it thinner, just depending on how sharp you want those images to be. Okay, you have a curve down here where you can curve your image if you would like. Of course, for this design that I'm doing right now with her name being so short, I will not be curving that image, I don't think. Let me see. No, 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 no. I won't curve that image for this design. I'm gonna make it back straight. And for the bottom, what I'll do is you can double if you don't want to go back through creating your style again and colors again, you can duplicate. I'm gonna duplicate it and take it down to the bottom of the image, and I can click on it and put my baby at the bottom. And with that, you basically have your completed design What I also go in and do sometimes when the bottom of the images are showing and they're kind of drastic like this one or this one, I go back to my elements that I have used. And you see we used the background design for the pink and gold. I go back in, I get that pink and gold again. I make it small and I just layer it over the bottom of my images as to not make that be so drastic. And I'll do it again on the other side as well. Sometimes I do more than one and I drag it in the same way as to not do that. I know this is for a female design. So when we come back and we do the one for the male, which this is the one that the male would wear, and then we're going to create one that the female would wear. And in that design, I'll show you how to do the lightning strikes and all that type of different stuff for that design. I'm also going to throw a little extra flair in there and put her a couple of butterflies to just make it cute. A lot of people that think that designing is so hard, you look at this and you understand that it may take a little time and patience to understand all of the tools. But when you get all of the tools, I don't like that butterfly, y'all. I don't think I like it. But when you get to learn all of the tools, you'll see that it's not as hard as some people may think it is. I appreciate you all tuning in with me today. It was a pleasure learning with you all while you're learning with me. And I look forward to our next class. Thank you. Have a great day.